I wanted to make this video today because I feel like I've lacked in transparency with like my YouTube viewers, and while I've been pretty truthful, honest, and transparent with Twitch and Twitter, I feel like some of my YouTube viewers have been missing some stuff. So I wanted to make this video because I felt uncomfortable with making YouTube videos as a whole on this channel, because well, either some people were completely ignorant of the whole situation, either I was just being called names that were lies, or like I had people complain about things I had never done. So I just wanted to make this video to like talk to everybody about it, to be able to move on and to go back to making videos. There's multiple points that I want to talk about. I refuse to to have any notes to make this video because I wanted like just natural and just to talk from my heart. Basically, I said it was going to be transparent, and to prove more my transparency, I've tried recording this video 30 times by now, and it's my first attempt since I woke up. There we go. So I don't really know where to start. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but every time I started by that, the video messed up. But I'm still gonna try. I've been surrounded by drama in the past few months because of my own opinion. Opinion, controversial or not, I guess having an opinion is kind of a problem, I guess, in making YouTube videos. But I don't wanna hide my opinion just to be able to make some bucks, or to just like make videos being like lying to you, or nah, I'm not like that. So I don't feel like doing so I just want to say it, and then I will feel better. Even if some people hate me, well, they will hate me, I don't give a fuck. I feel better if people hate me for who I am, but rather than people hating me for who I am not. So the main opinion that I always talk about, that is really controversial and that creates all the time drama around me, is about the R word. I'm not going to explain to you what the R word is, but if you want to know it, like, you can just search it up, or you're probably going to understand what I mean by watching this video. But the R word, if I tell you neurodivergent, you should probably know what I mean by that. So I've had a pretty straightforward opinion about that word, which, like, it causes problem on Twitter if you use it. Mostly on Twitter. I've never seen anybody really on any other place than that complaining about it. But I mean, I don't live in America, so it might feel off for me, you know. But basically, from what I understood, for some people, this word is they consider it a slur. They consider that no matter the context or everything, you use, like, if you use it, you attack neurodivergent people. And all of that for me started like in January, when I tweeted a YouTube comment that I actually translated, and in French, like, we know this word, but not as the offensive meaning that you use it as in English. It's not an excuse. I'm just trying to explain the context, and just to explain that at this point I was kind of confused about why I was getting attacked. I mean, at this point it was more education, but then once I understood, I was still kind of feeling it kind of weird. Like, I understand that there can be people offended about that word, but I was kind of feeling that by forbidding people of using it, or just allowing certain categories of people, you're just empowering the word and giving it and like giving basically more power to that word to people that actually mean to be offensive to neurodivergent people. And this is where I still stand by my opinion, and where some people like use that to create drama around me. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, I apologize for using that word. No, because that's still what I stand by. I still understand that there's some people that like might find it offensive, but like I feel like using it as a whole, like, okay, can cause problem, but I also feel like not like me as a person not using it and not sharing my opinion would also be like helping to empower this word, which like first like some people say like that they like to convince not to justify their point. They say like that this word has an historical past and all that stuff, but like it's just the same as a lot of swear words. They all have historical past, and if you say that the R word has an historical past, you can say the same about idiot, dumb, and a lot of other words, because I've actually read a lot of stuff about that, and this is where I'm kind of confused about that word, and people have been attacking me for that, because I feel like it does not really make a lot of sense to be like, yeah, you are hurting this community, and while I'm saying, and like by saying that, I feel like they are just hurting themselves even more. So this has been used to create countless of drama with me, and also to add some stuff that were invalid points to just make me look like an awful person. The first one I'm gonna say is, I think, one that I could understand the most, even though I still don't understand it. It's the one time that in April of 2019, I wrote the N-word in a Minecraft chat. And then now people are gonna be like, oh my god, there's no context, you can't justify that. And I mean, that's your opinion. I completely respect it. You can disagree, you can agree. I don't care. You do you. But I'm gonna explain still the context if you care about why I did say it. First of all, I never said it vocally. I just want to make it clear, because people have been saying that I've been saying it vocally. I never did. So, it was at the time of Outdated Lands, and I had put a filter which was meant to censor that, because we were getting bot attacks of people like spamming that word, spamming a Discord and all that stuff, and I was just trying to prevent that. And so at a point, I like installed a plugin, and I realized that it was still not getting filtered. And I could have tried it on like a specific private server, but I actually like didn't really care at all about it. I just wanted to make sure that the filter was working, and I'm pretty sure I said before saying it that I was gonna test it, but we don't see it on that screenshot. And yeah, I set it to try to get that word banned on the server, but people didn't really care about that and preferred saying that like I was a racist, which for me does not make any sense, since I was more trying to do the actual opposite. But okay. Other points that have been made up or extremely taken out of context would be, I guess, there's so many things that I've been made just to try to make me look like a bad person. I have so many. I don't want to say names. I'm gonna talk about like grooming and manipulation. So there has been 2 people that have been accusing me of those things, and what is kind of funny about it is that those 2 people were fans of me before. And first of all, I just want to make it clear, I have never even slightly intended to do anything such as that, such as grooming people or asking anything sexual or anything that was remotely close to that. I just want to make it clear and even more clear, because I feel like this is one of the worst things you could do as a creator, or even as like not even a creator, or like a public personality, because I feel like this is what I've become, which I don't know how to feel about that, but like this is a whole other point. I feel like this is one of the worst things that you could do, to just abuse your power to just get something from people like that. It's just disgusting. So those people like have been accusing me of stuff. For one, it's way bigger than the other, because they've been accusing me of like personally trying to, whatever, I don't want to say the words because this is disgusting, but to personally try to get in a relationship with them, I would say. And the other, it was mostly some kind of childish thing where it was like, he made me believe we were friends. But yeah, so I'm more gonna talk about the first one. So this one of the person I followed on Twitter, a fan, like it was in like mid 2019, August, September, where I used to follow just a few people on Twitter, and I used to interact a lot with the community, because I felt like it was cool to do and stuff. I no longer do it because of things that you're gonna understand now. So I've been added like in that period of time to a lot of group chats, to a lot of different stuff. And I was just kind of interacting like fan to creator, not really friends or anything, just talking when on my free time, which at that time I had a lot of free time because I was not doing much. I mean, I'm not doing much, but at least I'm not on Twitter. And so in the group chats I've been really active in, there was this one with like 30 plus people, and that person that accused me of that was in it. And I mean, I've interacted with a lot of their tweets, and it was like, yeah, I mean, they were calling themselves like one of my biggest fans, and I was not feeling it like it was unhealthy for them, you know? I was just like, I mean, they like my content. Okay, I mean, it's just me replying to some people on Twitter, you know? I was like, what can happen anyways? Like, nothing wrong can happen. And yeah, I kind of was wrong about that, because basically what has happened, we had talked a lot in those DMs, nothing really personal. I don't know shit about them. Like 99% of all of those conversations that I had with this person were in a group chat with 30 plus people. And a few months later, well, first of all, in that period of time, I've had like tried to talk less, because I felt like it was kind of not toxic, but I felt like it kind of was like making some people way too obsessive, and I was kind of not feeling it right. But like a few months later, I've had like a second Twitter account. I think I've actually had it like end of 2019 already, but whatever, that's not the question. So on my second Twitter account, I remember like I was still replying a lot with the community, and I had replied to a tweet where it was like that person that had blocked somebody, and as a joke to try to calm down everything, I had replied something like, oh, this looks like a Keemstar move, because Keemstar in the past had blocked me instead of trying to fix stuff properly. So I had replied that. And that person took it extremely badly and decided to like completely, like from one day to another, like just one day they love me and the next day they fucking hate me just because of that single stuff. So they started hating on me and making threads and all tons of stuff from the previous group chat I was in, and just taking some parts of screenshots completely out of context and calling me names and making and completely making stuff. And however, when you ask them for proofs, they either say that like they feel uncomfortable with giving more proofs because it's too personal, or that they are traumatized and that they don't want to do that. But then, if you don't want to do that, can you explain to me why you've been getting messages from August, September, in like July, February? Like the first thing that they've made, I think, about me was like in. No, I don't remember when exactly it was, because there has been so many dramas. I remember in July, in August, but I don't know. But I don't remember if it was February, but like I think it was actually in April that thing happened about like the blocking stuff. But yeah, whatever. So they started making a lot of stuff, taking stuff out of context and trying to make it follow their narratives, and a lot of people starting attacking me. So at that time, I had made a Twitter thread talking about all of that, which was actually also talking about that second person that I'm gonna talk about now. So that person, it's a complicated story as well, but it's really still some childish story, where that person was a huge fan of me, and I talked to them in DMs, and then at some point they asked me if we were friends. First of all, I don't really like this kind of questions, because how am I meant to reply to that? Like, if I say no, they're gonna say that I'm a piece of shit, and if I say yes, well, I'm stuck in like, hey, yo, look, I'm friends with A6D, and they're gonna get attention. So what I did at that point was another mistake. I remember the DM was like, I have a question, and I said yes, which already I hate doing that. I hate replying to stuff like, I have a question. Like, when you say I have a question and then you reply yes, you're stuck and you have to reply to the question, and I freaking hate that. That's why I no longer reply to people like telling me I have a question. Just fucking ask your question, please. So I was kind of stuck in that where the person was like, are we friends? So I was like, what do I reply? So I replied, I have a question, just the exact same message that they did. And they said yes, and I said, are we friends? And I don't remember, I think it was like something where they replied, kinda, or I guess, and they think I replied, I guess. And I really took it completely way off, and they were saying to everybody that we were friends. And like, I was kind of feeling uncomfortable with that, but I felt like if I was saying like no, I feel like it would put them in a position where it would be ridiculous for them. So I just like tried to stop talking to them, like slowly but surely. But they were still talking to me on Discord and all that stuff. And at one point I was like, okay, stop. And I blocked them. I did block them. And then like a few people have been like DMing me like, why did you block them? I thought they were your friends and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, but no, we were not friends. And like that created another drama where that person was like, hey, manipulated me into believing we were friends. Oh yeah. What am I meant to say? I mean, I'm in a situation where like if I say no, you get hurt, and if I say yes, you get hurt in the end. Bro, I didn't know what to do. Now I just ignore it. It's way faster. But it had created another drama, and then in this to go back to the thread of me replying, I basically had made a huge thread of like debunking like their first thread, and in the next hours coming, both had like deactivated their Twitter accounts. So it was like pretty chill because people like actually like kind of believed me, right? And then like I think it was like a month later, there was another stuff coming about the R word, because I had said the R word in a video about how my chat was being some fucking assholes to the person that had cut my hair, and I called my chat R worded. and it created another drama on Twitter. So the first person used that to make a lot of stuff about me. They called me racist, an ableist, transphobic because I misgendered them, and like on purpose apparently. Well, first of all, that was not on purpose. That can happen. I have one of my best friend that sometimes I call she by mistake instead of he. That happens. That's rare, but that happens. And I actually feel uncomfortable about that, but that happens. And that person that started calling me names, like re-putting again like the same arguments about like the manipulation, the grooming, and a lot of stuff. And then this time people believed it because there was the R-word drama as well. So since there was me being the R-word, people were like, "Oh my god, how bad is he?" And then they actually started believing their stuff. And even though I said it was completely lies, well, people still call me names. And I also now have an amazing name on Twitter. People call me the Slur Boy. Why? I don't know. People say that I say slurs every single fucking day, while the only one, if you want to call it a slur, that I've actually said is the R word. The N word, I've written it in the Minecraft chat just to make it filtered, and that's it. But yeah, people have been calling me names about that. What are you gonna do? I don't know. That people are like that. They don't care about like what's true or not. They're just like, yeah, let's go. Let's be asses. So yeah, there was one. That was one of the things. What else did I want to talk about? So I think I've had made like some notes to like the points I wanted to talk about to make sure, but I didn't want to use them. I just have like 5 lines. Let me check. So yeah, that was one of the things where I was like, I needed to talk about it just to make it clear. There has never been anything remotely close to me trying to get something really personal from anyone. Like, for me it was just all fun, and it was just in a group chat with like tons of people and never was targeted at them, I guess. Like, I don't know, there's nothing that even tends to lead to grooming, as they call it. Like, I've never done anything like that. All I do now is that I try to pay attention to who I'm talking to, and to not be fun, and to always be serious in a conversation with like a fan or something, because I know that like anything that I say could be manipulated to just spread lies about me and all that stuff. But yeah. I think I've talked about like mostly the drama part. There's some people. Okay, here I'm gonna talk about something that involves another YouTuber that you probably know, and this is for me something really personal. Like, yeah, I still feel like I need to talk about it because it has been a part of that, and it involves still the 2 people that we were talking about. So if you don't know, I have a web radio, like it's an online radio station, and we have like a huge, not a huge community, what am I talking about? We have a community, and I'm involved with it because like it's people that are more in my age already, which makes it better than to talk to teenagers on Twitter. So yeah, it's like I feel like we can have better conversations, and yeah, I feel like it's just better for me. And so that's what I call the Only Hate community. And on that community, I had said something like in April, showing something about how the Skeppy video, like the first one we made was fake, and then I never sent an email. to Skeppy, and I just want to make sure that you understand that like what I've said is true, but it was in a complete agreement from me. Like it never was anything like manipulation or stuff. And if you want to hate Skeppy for that, hate me as well, because I did it. It's not Skeppy, okay? Like it's not just Skeppy. Like he told me, he asked me to do it. I completely agreed. I knew what I was getting on. I didn't know I was gonna end up with a huge YouTube channel like that, but I knew what I was getting on. And I felt like it never was a secret anyways, because I've been kind of honest. I mean, I've tried to be honest without running the thing through Skeppy, because I felt like it was just not right. But like I wanted to just like, in French I would say like I've tried to préparer le terrain. Like I've tried to prepare myself to say that a lot, because yeah, I'm a kind of honest person. But like yeah, I've had talked about that like in a Discord message, voice message, in like basically the Only Hate community. And in that community there was the second person that like told that said that I was manipulating them and all that stuff, and they shared that to the first person, which added it to their thread with the quote, A6D trying to ruin Skeppy's career for no reason. Well, first of all, that the people in that community can completely know, completely know that like that was not my point. It was completely just a way for me to be honest about who I am and where I'm coming from and all that stuff, because that's the truth. And if you haven't watched the video where like this is my story that I uploaded like about a bit more than a year ago, I actually said that like I knew Skeppy before, but that it didn't recognize me, and that's why we became friends. That's what I said in that video. But actually he knew about me, he asked me to make the video, I said yes, and it just continued through. Just want to make sure that you know that like the videos are not scripted, okay? It's not like you don't have a script and stuff to follow. It's completely based on improvisation. So like the only thing that was staged was like the email. That's it. The video, like everything that followed was just 100% real. It was like there was just the meeting part that was fake. So now that I've said that, I feel already way better because I've told you the truth. Just want to make it clear that like don't attack Skeppy, because that does not make any sense. Because first of all, this video is like 2 years old, and he does not make any videos in that kind of style anymore. So I feel like it wouldn't matter anyways. I am also no longer friends with Skeppy due to that video that got leaked, because he felt like I betrayed him. And I just felt like I wanted to be honest about everything, that I understand Skeppy's decision. However, I don't understand why he didn't say it on the video where he said that we were not friends anymore. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Now I feel way better talking about everything, being pretty much straightforward, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you understand what I'm saying, and I just hope now we can move on and move into something more interesting than Twitter drama. Yay. I'm just adding that because I feel like I still need to add that. Even though we're not friends anymore, Skeppy and I just want to thank him for the chance he gave me. At the time, I don't know what I would be doing. And I just want to thank him for always being really supportive, even if I would have appreciated more honesty at some point.